Now we're live in Milwaukee ahead of a vigil to remember the victims of last week's mass shooting at the Molson Coors facility. And as coronavirus cases continue to spread across the U.S., see how the outbreak is affecting a business in our area.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5:30.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 5:30. I'm Amanda Quintana. The Milwaukee community is still mourning and remembering the 5 victims of Wednesday's mass shooting at the Molson Coors facility. Tonight, Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett and other community leaders are hosting a public vigil in their honor. That's where we find our Madeline O'Neill outside Milwaukee City Hall. Maddie.
1, 2, check. Test.
Well, organizers are expecting more than 1,000 people for this vigil. They're calling Milwaukee Strong, a vigil to unite and heal. Now, that's about a half hour from starting. More than 20 speakers expected to speak, including reverends, the mayor, police chief, Senator Tammy Baldwin. But already things are getting started. We have comfort dogs here. They were here for a vigil at a church Thursday evening. They're here to provide some peace and comfort for people. We also have crosses set up for each of the 5 victims. Also, a little girl here named Allison. She's 6 years old. She's been collecting cards and making cards. The plan is to send more than 1,000 to the victims' families. So this is slated to start about 6 o'clock. We'll be here for the vigil. Supposed to last about 2 hours. Plenty of speakers coming up at News 3 Now at 10. We'll have an update with what they have to say, along with an update on the Molson Coors facility. Amanda.
Maddie, thank you so much. Janesville police are investigating after a woman was nearly hit by a bullet while sitting in her home this afternoon. Officials say it happened in the 900 block of Bedford Street around 1 o'clock. Police say they have the bullet and are now looking for the person who shot it. Well, it kind of feels like spring outside today. Let's check your first warn forecast with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
March is our transition month, starting the day our month off usually with some cooler temperatures, and that just wasn't the case for us. And the rest of the week, we're going to stay above average. Here's a live look right now. Sunset right around the corner. Tomorrow, it won't be quite as mild outside. Temperatures will be in the low 40s, but that's, again, still above where we should be for this time of year. We're usually at about 36 for our average highs, and through our 10-day forecast, we are going to stay well above average with some very warm weather expected for next weekend as well. But we'll take a closer look at that full forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. UW-Madison is bringing 170 students who are studying abroad in Italy back home as the coronavirus spreads. The university made that decision on Friday. The UW says the students will have the opportunity to complete their classes via a distance learning option. Earlier this week, the UW suspended its programs in South Korea and China. Officials say they will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates on any other program changes. This move comes as Italy reports more than 500 coronavirus cases. That's just today. Confirmed cases in the country are nearing 1,700, up from 1,100 yesterday. 34 people have died. Italy has the most cases of any country outside of Asia. Due to the new cases and concerns, President Trump is announcing new screening procedures for coronavirus. In a tweet today, he wrote that travelers will be screened when they arrive in the U.S. from high-risk countries. It's not clear which passengers from which countries will receive increased screening, but high-risk countries currently include Italy, South Korea, Iran, and China. Here in the U.S., a nursing facility in Washington state is monitoring dozens of residents and employees for coronavirus after 2 people were diagnosed with the disease. One case is a woman in her 40s who is a healthcare worker at Life Care Center in Kirkland near Seattle. Officials say she's doing well and does not have a history of travel outside of the U.S. The second case is a woman in her 70s who authorities say is in serious condition. More than 50 additional residents and staff members are reportedly ill with symptoms of coronavirus. The coronavirus is taking its toll here in our community, too. A Verona-based women's athletic wear company is facing lengthy delays after the coronavirus halted production with their manufacturing partner in China. Gabriella Becerra joins us now to share how the company is working through that setback. Gabby?
Amanda, Wad Bottom Management says they first realized something was wrong when their manufacturing partner in China didn't return from their Chinese New Year holiday break on schedule in early February. The coronavirus kept the factory closed, leaving Wad Bottom without most of their stock.
Oh, normally this is full all the way down of shorts, but we have a lot of empty bins where we've just sold out of things and haven't been able to fill the stock back up.
Wad Bottom normally releases 6 to 8 new designs each month.
Sweet cheeks, and it's a whole bunch of like weightlifting things shaped in candies.
But since December, they've been forced to work with what they have.
Just trying to fill in the gaps until the end of April when we get our new shorts in.
Wad Bottom's manufacturing partners just returned at the end of February, leaving the company without their new apparel until April.
We understand that we rely on a partner that's overseas, and so what happens over there affects us too, but who would have known that a virus would break out and be big enough to affect us? We couldn't have planned for that.
Co-founder Emily Rule says this delay hit the company financially.
Definitely this first quarter is going to be slow. But, we're resourceful. We'll get through it just fine.
And although Wad Bottom stock is on its way back, there's still a sense of fear it might not stay that way.
A common conversation is, what if it gets worse? And, we can just do what we can do here and hope for the best over there, and then also looking into those other countries to supply our shorts.
Wad Bottom management says they're having their product tested with manufacturers in other countries, including Colombia. They say the most important thing is making sure their product meets expectations for quality.
Thank you, Gabby. Breaking news in just the last few minutes. Pete Buttigieg is suspending his presidential campaign. The former South Bend, Indiana mayor won in Iowa earlier this month. We're still waiting to hear what made him decide to get out of the race. Meanwhile, Joe Biden is looking ahead to Super Tuesday after a blowout victory in yesterday's South Carolina primary and taking shots at Senator Bernie Sanders, who finished second.
People aren't looking for a revolution, in my view. What they're looking for is they're looking for results. They're looking for getting things done. And Bernie doesn't have a very good track record of getting things done in the United States Congress, the United States Senate.
According to CBS News' projections, 99% of the votes in South Carolina, where the former vice president holds a 28-point lead over the Vermont senator, Tom Steyer, who dropped out of the race last night, finished with 11% of the vote, while Buttigieg and Elizabeth Warren rounded out the top 5. More local news now. Emergency crews rescued a worker who fell 30 feet into a corn dryer yesterday morning. Beaver Dam officials say a worker at Didion Milling in Cambria fell 30 feet from a catwalk and landed on metal grates below. Police say the worker was conscious but suffered serious injuries. The rescue, which included packaging the worker into a harness to be lowered out of the corn dryer, took about an hour. The worker was taken to UW Hospital via UW Med flight to be treated. Milwaukee police are investigating an officer-involved shooting that killed a 49-year-old man late last night. Officers responded to reports of a man with a gun on the city's north side around 11 o'clock, and eventually they shot him. The 2 officers involved have been placed on administrative leave during the investigation. Police in Green Bay are still investigating a series of stabbings that happened early yesterday morning. All 5 victims, including a pregnant woman, were sent to hospitals and are expected to survive. Authorities say 2 suspects are in custody and believe the public is not in danger, saying the stabbings were an isolated incident.
A number of people that we interviewed, we kind of have the story all kind of put together. We're just trying to piece it all together to make sure it all makes sense with what the crime scene is showing us.
Neighbors who spoke to reporters in Green Bay say they're relieved suspects are in custody, but they're still worried about what led to the stabbings. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 5:30, a children's toy that went off shelves years ago is making a return and landing kids in the hospital. Consumer Reports explains next.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love them.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it. I'm going to go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on all 2020 Silverado 1500 pickups. That's on top of most other offers. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
The bladder control aisle. You won't shop here again. Your private business is your own. The constant struggle is over. Now there's a better way. It's HDIS. We home deliver bladder control products. We understand how you feel. For over 25 years, we've home delivered to many of the 20 million Americans who deal with incontinence. We offer all brands. We pay shipping and use plain, unmarked boxes. If we can help you or someone you care for, call for your free product sample pack and $45 in money-saving coupons. Our counselors will help you choose the right product. And unlike stores, we're always in stock. You'll get what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed. HDIS, the better way.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog, $45 in money-saving coupons, and free product samples, call 1-800-548-4176. That's 1-800-548-4176.
Being a disabled veteran and to have a tooth pain on top of severe PTSD will take you down in the dump. After several denials, when I went to Aspen Dental, they gave me a free exam, free x-rays. The doctor comes in and he's like, you are in pain, so we're going to get you taken care of. I had no insurance.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes to flexible hours and payment options. Yes to 30% off dental services. And yes, we'll take care of you no matter what. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL today.
Tiny, super strong, rare earth magnets sold as toys were banned years ago, but now some of them are back on the market, landing kids in emergency rooms. As Josh Sprider for Consumer Reports shares, children are swallowing the powerful balls, which can pull together inside of intestines and cause life-threatening injuries.
Dangerous tiny magnets. Back in 2012, 22-month-old Braylon Jordan was just one of thousands of children who ended up in the emergency room after swallowing tiny magnets like these. Their powerful force perforated his intestine, most of which had to be surgically removed. These are not just any magnets. Rare earth magnets can be 30 times stronger than ordinary refrigerator ones. They have an exceptionally strong magnetic field for their size and can be difficult to separate.
These really strong magnets, if they're swallowed, can pinch together, breaking through the intestinal tract lining, causing serious trauma.
The type of magnets that caused Braylon's injuries were banned in 2014, but in 2016, a panel of federal judges voted 2-1 to rescind that ban, and magnets started appearing on store shelves again. Back in 2016, when the ban on rare earth magnets was first lifted, the number of ingestions reported was 281, but then rose to an estimated 1,666 in 2019.
Now that the ban has been lifted and these products are much more readily available, parents, please be vigilant in protecting your kids from the dangers and hazards of these products. Educate them about the potential hazards, and certainly if you have young kids, avoid having them in your household.
The Toy Association lobby points out these rare earth magnets are designed and sold as adult stress relievers or executive desk products and are not intended to be used as children's toys. But as the emergency room data shows, children are still coming in contact with these products. With this Consumer Reports, I'm Josh Sprider for News 3 Now.
Consumer Reports strongly urges parents to use extreme caution and recommends that you avoid having these magnet sets if there are any children in your home. Coming up on News 3 Now at 5:30, more chances to hit 50 degrees are ahead this week. Dana has your First One forecast after the break.
Dear Wallet, Toyota President's Day is on. Load up on tech. Load up on style. Load up on fun. And load up on savings. Hurry, get a historic deal before it's history. See you soon, your new Toyota. Right now, get $1,000 TFS cash when you finance a new 2020 RAV4 or lease a new RAV4 for $239 a month. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The new iPhone 11 runs on Straight Talk without a contract and a plan that's up to half the cost of big carriers. With the new ultra-wide camera, your shareable moments are ultra-shareable. Because you're on a network that's more than just big talk. The new iPhone 11. Now get the unlimited plan for just $45 a month on America's best 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Hi everyone, Monday morning, Hattie's got our work week forecast. After another warm weekend, she'll tell us if March will continue coming in like a lamb.
And we're taking a closer look at women in an industry typically dominated by men.
See you Monday, starting at 4:30.
If something happened to you, what would happen to them? Their home, their education, their future. You need life insurance, and chances are SelectQuote can help you get it for less than $1 a day.
SelectQuote found Jacob 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find you the company with the best rates.
We found Gary, 35, a $1 million policy for only $22 a month.
Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
Call 1-800-937-3532 or go to SelectQuote.com now and get the insurance your family needs.
At a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back. UW Health is kicking off National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month with its 19th annual Bowlin' for Colons fundraiser and multiple bowling alleys around the county today. Money raised will support gastrointestinal cancer research at the University of Wisconsin Carbone Cancer Center in Madison. Last year, the event raised over $100,000 for research. The UW associate professor says that it's fundraisers like this one that help the school get larger grants.
When we do cancer research, it starts usually at the level of a cell or even smaller, and that research you need some early findings to be able to get big federal grants, and so this kind of fundraising helps fund those so-called pilot grants that help us get bigger grants that we can use to advance the science.
The fundraiser is also a platform to remind people to talk to their doctors about screenings for colon cancer, which can help prevent it. Well, it's looking like a pretty quiet and mild week in our area. Let's get a look at your First Warn weather with Dana Fulton.
We are starting off March, yes, rolling in like a lamb rather than like a lion. March is our transitional month where we move from winter into spring. So a lot of times we get some rough weather early on, but not the case for this weekend and not the case for the rest of the week. Our snowpack right now really melting away. So far this winter, we've picked up just over 50 inches. Our average, our normal, we should be a little closer to 40 inches, almost 41 inches. So we're a bit above average this year, almost 10 inches above average. Compared to last year, though, we're not quite at 51.5. And there's still a little bit of time, of course, to beat last year. But right now, it just doesn't seem likely over the next several days. It's just going to continue to melt away, become a little muddy outside. If your backyard's anything like mine, it's more of just a mud pit rather than nice snow or any grass. We got to wait a few more weeks before things start to get a little more green. Mild temperatures expected for the rest of the week. We're going to stay above average, even though tomorrow we back off a little bit with our highs. We're still going to see some warmer weather. Sunny skies will be ahead for much of the week, and we're going to mainly be dry. There's a small chance for a rain shower or two by the end of the week, but it really is a slim chance, and it's not going to measure up too much. Our breeze from the south today really helped us warm on up this afternoon. High temperatures climbing to the mid to low 50s. Again, our average this time of year in the mid 30s, so quite a bit above that. For Monday morning, we'll have a breeze from the northwest, so we'll fall to the upper 20s again, but afternoon highs will be climbing to the low 40s. We won't climb nearly as high with that breeze coming in from the northwest, but that's still a little bit above average. And then from there on out, we just continue on up for the rest of the week. So I do want to advance a little bit. This is a look at Thursday morning. We're expecting a little more cloud coverage for Thursday, variably cloudy sky, and a small chance for some showers in the afternoon. Just a slight chance for some moisture to creep in for Thursday afternoon. Again, anything that does fall, it'll be just a quick little rain spell and then pass on through. Nothing measurable expected, but those showers possible on Thursday. Otherwise, the rest of the forecast stays really quiet and calm. So for tomorrow morning, heading off to the bus stop, temperatures will be close to 30 degrees early in the day. Those afternoon highs climbing to the low 40s with a mostly sunny sky. That's not quite as mild as where we were at today, but still really pleasant for early March, especially adding in that we aren't building any new systems in. We're going to continue to see these calm conditions through the rest of the week. So we're at 41 on Monday. Temperatures overnight will be just a little cooler for early Tuesday morning into the low 20s, or dropping to the low 20s. Afternoon highs in the mid to upper 40s for the rest of the week. That slight chance for rain showers is just for Thursday, and then as we head into the following week, it seems like we will have a better opportunity to pick up a little more measurable rain for Monday and Tuesday. But otherwise, a lot of sun, a good opportunity to dry off right now. Everything's saturated, so not bringing anything else into the picture. Any more rain, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's nice to have a week where we're not really thinking about the next snow event or the next rain event coming.
Mother Nature's keeping it calm for us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dana. Giannis and the Bucks showing no signs of slowing down with another game on the road. Highlights next in sports.
It's incredible, it's award-winning, it's the new Ram 1500 at Don Miller. With the President's Day event on now, there's great selection. The new Ram 1500, it's Green Car Journal's 2019 and 2020 Green Truck of the Year. Lease a new 2020 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4x4 for only $279 a month plus taxes and fees, 39 months, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing. See salesperson for details. The President's Day event on now at Don Miller, your Madison truck headquarters.
Don Miller. Choosing a window replacement company is tough. We asked our customers why they love their new Champion windows.
Working with Champion was such a great experience that they've made our home much more comfortable now.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Right now, Champion Comfort 365 windows are buy two, get one free. Plus, buy now and pay nothing for a year.
I love my new Champion windows.
Let Champion help you fall in love with your home. Book your free in-home consultation online or call 888-930-CHAMPION today.
She's a janitor's daughter who has become one of the country's fiercest advocates for the middle class. She came up with an idea for a new independent agency standing up for consumers and middle-class families. She's done it while facing some very tough opposition. Fortunately, she's very tough. Elizabeth understands what I strongly believe, that a strong, growing economy begins with a strong and thriving middle class.
I'm Elizabeth Warren, and I approve this message.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love them.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on all 2020 Silverado 1500 pickups. That's on top of most other offers. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Well, Border Battle Part 2 this season. Only round 2 is at the Kohl Center, and the Badgers are playing way better basketball than they were on February 5th when Wisconsin lost to Minnesota by 18 points at the Barn in Minneapolis. Since then, Gophers not playing well at all, losing 4 of their last 5. This game just getting underway in Madison. Badgers just went on an 11-0 run to take the lead. Still a lot of game left, though. Highlights and post-game tonight at 10. Other Big Ten action today, top 25 matchup between Michigan and Ohio State. We pick it up in the second half. David Julius swings the ball around to Franz Wagner for a 3. Wolverines tie the game up at 52, but the Buckeyes surging after that, living by that 3. Andrew Wesson there with the step back. Then C.J. Walker behind the back to Caleb Wesson. He's got a 3. And Dwayne Washington Jr. finding Wesson again at the top of the key for another one. Buckeyes win 77-63, the final. Other matchups in the Big Ten today. Illinois escaping by 1-point victory over Indiana. Meanwhile, Northwestern winning the battle of the bottom of the conference over Nebraska. Marvin Williams saying what up to some familiar faces in Charlotte. This is Williams' first game against his former team. I don't even know if I'm surprised by this anymore. We're so spoiled by watching the Bucks and especially Giannis doing it all today, that up and under and 1. And then later, the Greek Freak, you know it's coming. It's dunk time, and he can hit the shots from the outside, too. Bucks up 1 at this point. Giannis with a game-high 41 points, 20 rebounds. But this is a team game, everybody. The Lopez twins doing work in the second half. Brooke drives and finishes with 2 hands there. 16 points for him. And later, Robin wants in on it, too. Nice little lay-in. Bucks win their 6th in a row, 93-85. They continue on the road with a game at Miami tomorrow. Meanwhile, an update from spring training. The Brewers with a solid show showing through the first 7 games, putting up a 5-2 record so far, winning the last 3. That includes wins over the Dodgers and Cubs. Credit some depth on the mound and in the bullpen too, but also some big hits. The Crew up 4-1 in the 4th inning today against the Reds. Corey Ray with a solo shot out of the park. 5-4 the final score. NFL Combine continues in Indy, and the Badgers continue to put up some impressive performances. Zach Bond among the latest to stand out. The Brown Deer native ran a 4.65 40-yard dash. Not as fast as Jonathan Taylor, but he was in the top half of all the linebackers. And according to ESPN, this is interesting, he could be the first Badger drafted and even potentially a first-round draft pick come April. So for the record, I'm not here to add fuel to the James Harden-Giannis fire, but just presenting the facts. We're all about the facts here. As in James Harden passing the ball to teammate Russell Westbrook in last night's game against the Celtics, except Westbrook was on the bench at the time, a.k.a. not playing, a.k.a. not in the game. In case you missed it, Harden said earlier this week that Giannis didn't really have a lot of skill. He was just really, really tall, and it doesn't really take any skill, apparently, when you're really, really tall to play basketball games. I don't know, but you know what takes some skill, like paying attention and knowing who's on your team and who's in the game.
Yeah. To be fair, he was standing to go get water or something, so I mean, it's
Stop. Okay.
On the court. We'll be right back.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Attention. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline, and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aides, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-662-3800. That's 1-800-662-3800 now.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love them.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on most 2020 Blazer models. That's on top of most other offers. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
It's National Peanut Butter Lovers Day, and orangutans and gorillas at Chicago's Brookfield Zoo are already celebrating. They're using long sticks to scrape and eat peanut butter off of the wall. The zoo says the primates occasionally get some peanut butter, but they don't just give them a spoon, so I guess this is how they give it to them. I mean, they're very smart.
That feels like a lot of work.
I mean, I would do it.
You gotta work for it, I guess.
There's peanut butter on the wall.
It's a treat, so you got to do something.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fun.
Fine.
Well, happy Peanut Butter Lovers Day.
Yes, yes. Okay, for the next few days, happy Sunshine Lovers Days, because they're staying around. Yeah, a lot of people excited. We're starting to get in that spring transition. Should stay pretty dry, though, as we look through the next work week.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.